Do you think the pandemic has taught more leaders to build capabilities and plan for the long term?
Yeah, so one of the things we talk about in our shop is what we call the silver linings of the pandemic, which is not to say that the pandemic hasn't been awful in so many ways, but we all know about that. It's not my interest or my job to come in and just remind people of what's been bad about the last year and a half. I think what's interesting to me are the opportunities that have come out of this. And the silver linings, as we call them, include things like leaders of businesses understanding that there are major problems with short-term thinking and the idea that they have to be prepared for every possible contingency in the future, which could be something like another pandemic, but something that is hugely disruptive to both consumer markets and to supply chains. And so I think that the focus on short-term thinking and that kind of thinking being exposed as problematic has actually been a good thing to come out of this. I think more leaders are going to be disciplined to practice what we call strategic foresight and think very, very long term. And the other silver lining that I think we've seen in a lot of different sectors, and I'm sure this has been happening as well in the beauty and wellness space, is really the idea of rapid innovation, being forced to conceive of ideas and bring them to market more quickly than we ever could have conceived of. And so what used to take years is now taking months. And what used to take months is now taking weeks. And innovation is becoming less bureaucratic. And to me, that's pretty exciting, because if circumstances out there change dramatically and force us to innovate in real time, I think a lot of companies are now understanding that they can do that as long as the obstacles are taken out of their way. So we call those the silver linings of the pandemic.